Welcome back. So, I promised you that we're going to end on a high note with a black person thriving, and I'm going to deliver. So, here we are back. It's 2023, and it's a Vanity Fair interview of Tina Turner. And by then, Tina Turner had spent the last 20 years or so of her life in retirement in a chateau in Algonquin, her sprawling home in Switzerland with her husband, Erwin Bach. Interview. You'll be inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for a second time this month, but this time as a solo performer. What does that recognition mean to you? I was, of course, very excited to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It is a great honor for me. At the same time, I feel a certain humility to be in a row with the greatest musicians of this world. I'm curious about your retirement. You live in Switzerland in a beautiful chateau that was shown briefly in the documentary Tina. What is your favorite room or space in your home and why? Oh, I don't have a favorite room at all. However, in the course of one's life, one accumulates many objects for which one needs space. I have, for example, some artifacts of Egyptian art. I like to be surrounded by these and other collectibles. It's not at all about whether they're expensive or valuable. The important thing is that I have a personal relationship with each one. I also love the view of Lake Zurich from our garden. I enjoy the peace and quiet. In 2019 New York Times interview, you said this of your retirement. I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't dress up. Is that still true? Ha 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 ha. Yes, that's true. Well, sometimes I subconsciously hum along to a song that's on the radio. I also really liked Kygo's cover version of What's Love Got to Do with It. Is there anything you miss about performing? No, it was a great time, but it's in the past. What is the last piece of music you listened to that moved you? I'm a Buddhist. I like the calming effect of Buddhist sounds. They make me realize every time anew that we are all one. Are there any contemporary artists in the music world that excites you? If so, whom and why? Oh my God, of course, I could list dozens, but I would surely forget to mention some. That's why I say every art that touches people is unique. Is Buddhism still a central practice in your life? If so, how has your relationship to it evolved over the years? Last year, I published the book Happiness Becomes You, in which I write about my relationship with Buddhism. And that book made me realize once again how much I owe to my faith. I still chant every day. Chanting helps me to clear obstacles and live a calm life. What is your favorite way to treat yourself these days? I love to sit in my garden and listen to nature, take loving care of my plants. I also enjoy chatting with friends. Recently, Cher came to visit. We gossiped and laughed a lot. We had a great time. Your birthday is coming up next month. How do you plan to celebrate? Haha, good question. I've had to I'd have to ask Erwin if he has anything planned. We'll celebrate in a small circle, but certainly nothing big. On that note, in retrospect, do you have any favorite past birthdays? What was your favorite celebration? And what was the best gift given to you? The most beautiful celebration was definitely my wedding with Erwin in 2013. It was beautiful to have the loved ones around. The greatest gift I ever received? Erwin. You've given countless interviews, written autobiographies, been the subject of movies, TV shows, documentaries, and of course, a Broadway musical. Aside from your music, what has been your favorite way to share your story with your fans all over the world? At the risk of disappointing you, nothing can top that energy of a concert. I really enjoyed every minute of it. I loved it. And that's where we end. So we see this woman thriving. She started out at the bottom, chaotic home with parents who don't love each other, feel unwanted. And she's here and she's found love. And the best gift she received was her husband, Erwin. And she came from sharecropping to living in a chateau in Switzerland, gardening and having great friends like Cher come by to chat and giggle. So, yeah, she used to be envious of the principal's daughters, and she called herself, she came into the world as a slave girl. But we don't see any traces of that left here. We see her thriving with her beautiful black self in the way that she found fit. So I hope I didn't disappoint, that I dragged you through a little bit of struggling to bring you out on the bright side. Thank you so much for listening.